Hey there, this is the One Boom, and today we are talking about just how bad everything is right now. Like, Activision has been shutting down community mods and projects and servers, and at the same time, Black Ops Cold War is apparently a huge security risk, so don't play that game, which that kind of does you a service in my opinion, but that aside, it feels very demoralizing to be a Call of Duty fan at the moment. And I just wanted to sort of share my fears, my 2 cents, and maybe give you guys something to think about after the video is over. So the hard sell premise here is that you could damage, especially if you're an influencer, but you in general, could do more damage to the Call of Duty brand than Activision can. We are not in the era of getting all of our news from gaming magazines anymore, in case you haven't noticed. A Reddit post can leak an entire year's worth of content, a tweet can completely throw a community into upheaval, and it's a big responsibility to be a larger influencer in the community when everyone's mad about something, because you want to talk about it, you want to sort of draw an outline around the issue and explain your problems with it and how it could be solved or fixed. You might just want to cathartically rant about the problem. But you have to do so with a little bit of caution, because you don't want to just capitalize on the negative emotions for likes and views and retweets and upvotes and whatever. But obviously, hard things still need to be talked about. The unfortunate thing is that in the influencer sphere around Call of Duty, some people are not so cautious. They will spread misinformation, they will retweet and republish anecdotes and weird rumors and things of the sort. They will cause more upheaval than Activision ever could. There are people that believe in skill-based damage, or skill-based hit detection, or skill-based matchmaking based on microtransactions, which was a concept Activision patented years ago, and we don't know if it's ever been used. There are people that will hear that and go, oh my god, yeah, my matches are easier after I bought the Shredder skin. I mean, I hate this company, there's no telling what scummy things they'll do, so why wouldn't I believe that this is the case? It couldn't just be because it was my first match on in a few days, and of course I loaded up the game and bought the bundle before my play session, and of course SBMM doesn't really kick in until a couple matches into a play session if you haven't played in a few days, and you know, maybe it's also just the increase in serotonin and excitement you get from buying a skin you like. I mean, we're simple creatures, we buy something we like or that we want to own and we're happy, and then maybe that increased mood made your next matches feel better and you didn't really care as much about skill gap and matchmaking. And am I going too fast for you? Basically what I'm saying is it's really easy when somebody's pissed off at somebody or a company or a political party, just, you know, to tell them that, yeah, well, they eat babies and that's now your problem. If you already hate your neighbor, it's easy to believe he took your newspaper. If you already hate your ex, it's easy to believe that she cheated on you, because even if it's true or not, you don't like them. So, I mean, you kind of have nothing to lose from that sort of thought process. You know, when it comes to a franchise you like and enjoy playing, you might try to give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. You might try to figure out a couple of three-dimensional things around the subject, because in a way you're playing defense. When you like somebody, you don't like to assume the worst of them because, well, you have to defend the people you care about in your own mind. Liking your neighbor and then finding out that they were stealing your newspaper is a way bigger blow, but if you already don't like your neighbor, you have nothing to lose by accusing them, whether, you know, quietly to yourself or to your neighbors or friends, that they're stealing your shit. The thing is that to somebody, every year of Call of Duty is the worst year of Call of Duty. For some people, it was Cold War, Vanguard, MW 2019, Black Ops 4, COD World War II. Those were the worst years of COD for some people and not others. So it's much easier to get people riled up during one game compared to another game. If you hate Modern Warfare 2's gameplay design choices, you are already dealing with buyer's remorse and you feel like you're being left out of the franchise you really enjoy, because although you like to play it every year, it's not quite doing it for you. So why wouldn't you believe that the company that made something that already disappointed you is further capable of disappointing you, or downright making you despise them? That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with Activision's actions over these last few months. I don't agree with them as a fan. I understand the legality, I understand it's within their right, that's not the point. And I do think some of the community projects were teetering more on the side of piracy than just modding, but either way, as a fan, as a gamer, as a player, I don't like it. As somebody who has dabbled in content creation, I totally understand when people are using your content for free, or they're just utilizing parts of it or compiling a lot of the stuff you've done into one big thing and then giving people a way to download all of it, Or even just the idea of reviving your old game so that people don't have to go out and buy your new one is, yeah, you have everything within your rights to do stuff about that. I just don't have to like it or agree with it. The idea that it's unfounded, immoral, and unethical? No, it's just really shitty from a player's perspective, but makes total sense everywhere else. Some of you, and I know you're out there, just heard me say that I agree with it because I understand it or it makes sense. No, I hate it. I don't think they should have done it. I think it was a PR nightmare. It is a PR nightmare, and they deserve all the backlash they're getting from this. That doesn't change the point that when things are bad, you can make them worse than Activision ever could. And I think that's what this video is really about. A little bit of personal responsibility. The more influence you have, the more responsibility you should have to take on, but this is still mass applicable. You have to be a little bit responsible with what you're posting and what you're talking about and what accusations you're putting towards a game, because you might end up hurting the franchise more. I don't want to buy the new Call of Duty. I heard they have skill-based hit detection and microtransactions, and that misinformation will spread and it'll hurt the brand and company. It'll keep new players from wanting to go to it. It'll keep old players from wanting to go back to it. And then it's like, this is Activision's fault that the Call of Duty franchise is dying, and has nothing to do with the fact that I have been a piece of shit about it. Call of Duty isn't going to die if Activision closes down community projects that were fairly niche, if we're being honest. Call of Duty's not going to die because of a security breach. It could be a really big security breach, or it could be a complete shutdown of all previous game servers and functionality, so you can't even go back and play Infinite Warfare with your friends in a private match. There could be some real bad shit they do. But the community, a lot of the influencers in the community will see an issue-sized hole in the wall and just make it as wide as possible so that they can be the influential figures they want to be. Show me where my people are going so that I may lead them there. You're pissed? Well, wait until you hear this becomes your newsfeed entirely. The fact that the patent of microtransaction-based matchmaking, that's rotating around Twitter again right now, and people are just like, oh yeah, I totally get it, I totally have seen that. The fact that that's happening is a really good indication. It's like Activision's in hot water with the community, so let's just, pile it on with things that bother us. It's not productive. It seems righteous, but it's not productive. So I'm saying don't get swept up in the hate. Target the thing you dislike that's happening to your franchise, and don't spread a bunch of rumors and shitty information that you can't really back up. Don't spread all of your negative anecdotes just to make yourself feel better for your buyer's remorse. It's not helpful. And let me be a little bit more blunt here. For every exclusive Ace criticism video that's well worded and makes a lot of sense and is rational, there are other people out there that have just decided that every year Call of Duty is dead, it's killing its community, it's a scam, it's a fraud, and it's stealing your money, and it's killing your grandma and making you watch. And that level of just unrelenting resentment towards a video game is just what's gonna give the game an even worse image than it already has on the internet, and maybe stop it from growing, and maybe de-incentivize developers from wanting to try as hard because, well, you're just going to slander and make up shit about their game, so why are they listening to you? Why are they helping you out? Why would they invite you to go test the game? Why would they listen to your feedback when you're lying? You're blatantly lying. And then all the replies and comments on Call of Duty posts are just people talking about this rumor that they heard or this thing that they think they experienced or whatever, and it's just not good. Let the negativity be targeted and accurate and constructive. Don't get caught up. It's not good. It will hurt the franchise in the long run. If you don't believe me, to quote my favorite song, just watch. Goodbye.
Maybe the Vaznev needs a bit of a nerf, Infinity turd.